King Solomon, favored by God with wisdom and wealth, ultimately faced despair and regret due to turning away from divine guidance. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of pride and temptation. Before we start, we'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoy our video, please hit the like button. This will help us reach more people and create content for you. Now let's get started with today's video. The life and legacy of King Solomon. In the days of Israel, after David, the man after God's own heart, ruled as king, his son Solomon ascended to the throne. Solomon began his reign with humility and devotion, seeking the Lord's favor and guidance. When God appeared to Solomon in a dream and said, "Ask what I shall give thee," Solomon humbly requested wisdom to govern God's people with justice and understanding. This request pleased the Lord greatly, and he not only granted Solomon unparalleled wisdom but also riches and honor, surpassing all the kings of the earth. The gift of wisdom and the two mothers. Early in Solomon's reign, his wisdom was tested by a dispute between two women who claimed to be the mother of the same child. Solomon, discerning their hearts, commanded that the child be divided in two, giving half to each woman. The true mother, overcome with love, pleaded to spare the child's life, offering to relinquish her claim. Solomon declared her the true mother, and all Israel marveled at the wisdom God had bestowed upon their king. The construction of the temple. Solomon's reign was marked by peace and prosperity, enabling him to fulfill his father David's dream of building a house for the Lord. With immense wealth and resources, Solomon constructed a magnificent temple in Jerusalem, a dwelling place for God among his people. The temple's splendor reflected God's holiness and became the spiritual center of Israel. At its dedication, Solomon prayed fervently, acknowledging God's greatness and seeking his blessing upon the nation. The visit of the Queen of Sheba. Solomon's wisdom and wealth attracted leaders from distant lands, including the Queen of Sheba. She came to test Solomon with hard questions and was astonished by his answers, the splendor of his court, and the prosperity of his kingdom. She praised the God of Israel, declaring that Solomon's wisdom and success were evidence of divine favor. The rise of wealth and influence. Under Solomon's rule, Israel became a hub of trade and culture, with control over key trade routes. The kingdom's wealth grew immensely, and Solomon's influence reached far beyond Israel's borders. However, this prosperity also brought challenges, as the abundance of wealth and foreign alliances began to draw Solomon's heart away from God. The decline of Solomon. Despite his wisdom, Solomon's later years were marked by disobedience to God's commandments. The Lord had warned Israel against intermarriage with foreign nations, lest their hearts be turned to other gods. Yet Solomon took 700 wives and 300 concubines, many from nations God had forbidden. These wives led him to worship foreign gods, and he built high places and altars for their worship, committing idolatry. God's judgment and the prophecy of division. The Lord was angered by Solomon's unfaithfulness and appeared to him, declaring that the kingdom would be torn from his lineage. Through the prophet Ahijah, God revealed that the kingdom would be divided after Solomon's death, with only one tribe remaining under the rule of his descendants. This judgment marked the beginning of Israel's turmoil. Solomon's reflections in Ecclesiastes. In his later years, Solomon reflected on his life and achievements, recording his thoughts in the book of Ecclesiastes. Despite his immense wealth, wisdom, and accomplishments, he declared, "Vanity of vanities, all is vanity." He acknowledged the emptiness of earthly pursuits without a relationship with God. "Fear God and keep his commandments," Solomon concluded, "for this is the whole duty of man." A cautionary legacy. Solomon's life serves as a profound lesson. Though he began with devotion and wisdom, his later years were marked by spiritual decline and regret. His story warns of the dangers of divided loyalties and the emptiness of worldly pursuits. Yet it also highlights God's mercy and the enduring truth that true fulfillment is found only in a relationship with Him. Solomon's final words echo through the ages. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you like this video. Thank you.